Trying to get my lighting right and my oh, there we go. That's how you tighten that. Good morning. Let's get to the right position before you guys come in. Good morning to those of you who are already in class. Sanbonani Dumelang. Hi. I'm just trying to get the positioning 100%. Although I perhaps should have done this before calling people to my house, and I'm still half naked. So, good morning, guys. It's Mamiya Mondays. It's 10 o'clock on a Monday. And as usual, this is where we meet to discuss issues that are on the table in the African community. I hate this lighting though. Yo. I just have not got my... Okay, that's a bit better of a background. Sorry, guys. We're trying to get new backgrounds, trying to figure out how to do it. As you know, Mamiya Mondays is my platform where I don't have to be perfect, and I don't have to wear makeup, and I can say whatever I like, and I can be whoever I want to be without politically correct. So, I mean, let's talk about, because that's what I actually want to talk about. I want to talk about the Rutendo trend that's going on right now. And the goal of a white person thinking that they can tell an African person what an African person can do in Africa. That's quite, I don't know, that's beyond white arrogance, guys. When the settler can now talk to us amongst ourselves and say what must go on. So, you know, I don't mind your Rainbow Nation and everything, guys. You know, I also believe in peace and harmony and love. But I do believe that that peace and harmony and love must come at a mutual respect. One thing about white South Africans is that they've never really been that humble, you know, and we've never taught them how to be African, right? We've let them get away with a lot, which is why even Leanne Wateng, she's on a news platform, a daily news platform, that is the face of South Africa to the world. And she's never bothered to learn an African language. She's just never bothered, you know? And that kind of speaks to how relaxed we are with whiteness in South Africa. You know, when you try and apply visas for other countries, there are all these processes that you go through, and there are tests that you take. Like if you want to live in Canada, to make you more Canadian, there are things that you must know, tests that you take. But my problem is that anybody can just come to South Africa and then put on the South African identity and then have a say and have a voice. Like, whether you come from a settler background, you know, and because it's umlungu, then you're given this platform of supremacy, essentially. So, you guys, I saw, were celebrating Leanne asking Rutendo why he doesn't go back to Zimbabwe. And you keep saying, I don't have the context. I don't need the context for that. And I haven't watched the interview, you're right. I don't have the context. Just, you know, on the surface level, I was just like, why is Umlungu talking on behalf of Africans? Why Umlungu angaziboni ukuthi umvakashi naye? Tabanga, guys, I just want to give you a bit of perspective with this one, right? Imagine if somebody came to visit you, right? At your house. Then they overstayed their welcome and they wouldn't leave. And now they're bullying you in your house. And then they start telling your friends. They start telling you which ones of your friends and your family members can't come anymore. So, because Zimbabweans are our family members. Zimbabweans, Botswana, Zambia, Tanzania, and Africans are our family because we are part of the same African family. When you go out into the world, they will know what you are because of your melanin. So the melanated family, we are Africans. So when I say that you have allowed a visitor who overstayed their welcome and started oppressing you and using your resources and made you, not only did they abuse your resources, but they made you the helper in your own home. A visitor came, took over your resources and made you the helper, and now is telling you which ones of your family members can come to your house. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Hi, Nomzamo. Happy to see you too. But I just need to understand why your black friends are protecting a white woman right now on Twitter. I just need you to explain that to me, Nomzamo. Unguti, why by protector umlungu? And umlungu wakona has never ever stood up for any black issues. Has never talked about the poverty we faced. Has never said anything, Jay. But has actually, if you think about it, been used as an agent. She is like a spy force. But aniboni nina ngoba nithanda abelunga ngithi. But nisezobona movie in the future. Because also nase SABC, I remember a couple of years ago, I used to tell you that I used to tweet all the time, Abelung are capturing SABC. I used to say, Abelung are capturing SABC, Abelung are capturing SABC, guys. And where are we now? Abelung have captured SABC. And and then you think that media is independent. And it's all owned by the same people. The same people abase SABC are the same people abase NCA are the same people as Newsroom, are the same people as Oppenheimers and the Ruperts and the Jewish Zionists Dondon as Illuminati Nyangtol. But anifun mamel kwasingxola ba so according to you lamlungazi funeka asebenze SABC forever yena. She is so talented, and she's obviously more talented than the other black news anchors. That's the suggestion. Because if somebody can stay on for that long, it means that you are really good at this thing. You give us goosebumps. And does she do that? So, anyways, KG to Infinity. Why did you lie and tell us more? If I lied about anybody, I'm quite sure that they would have gone to open a case. But what I can tell you is that there was a time it was very fashionable to tell people that you've sued Nzikima's wife just to strengthen your case of lies. So, it's either you think I'm the liar or Tol Esmo is the liar. And that's a decision you can take upon yourself. I'm not going to say anything. You just have to decide. Gotta decide, is Nziki the liar or is Tol Esmo the liar? So, continue. So, I don't know how else you guys are feeling, but it was sad to watch how Abelung have brought you to the state where, because essentially what Leanne did was use her white woman privilege to instill black on black violence, basically. She let the dogs out on the blacks by blacks. So, and I also want to say, actually, let me just ignore this KG, this guy. I wish I knew how to block here on YouTube. So let me see. Yeah, Jane is saying they will never love us, those people. They only talk about things that affect them. Thank you. So I'm surprised when you guys are going there as a black army to protect Umnung. When's the last time you saw a white army protecting a black woman? When have you ever seen that? Even when there's like racist incidents. Do you ever see the white people stand up and be like, this is unacceptable? No, they just keep quiet. So when they were dissing Rutendo, who you guys don't like, you could have just kept quiet, really. You could have just kept quiet. You allowed a white woman to make you drag a black person about being in Africa. And this white woman doesn't even belong here herself. So, a confusion that is in Africa right now. Colonialism has damaged your mind so much that whiteness knows how to use you against each other. And you need to wake up, guys. You need to wake up, because the other races are organized. The other races defend and protect each other. You saw last year with the Phoenix unrest. Did you see Indian people coming forward to bringing down those Indian races? No. They minded their own business, guys. So when are we going to learn how to mind our own business? So, I don't know, guys. I don't know where you stand. But it's deep for me, because you guys said that you're free. But you are no different from the slaves on the ship, guys. You're no different. You're no different from the slaves in the house who think they're special from the slaves on the field. You guys, I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. It keeps going back to the point of, when have you ever seen the other races turn on their own to protect you? So why do you think that you can turn on your own? Why, black people, do you set yourselves on fire to keep white people warm? It's wild. It's wild. It's wild. It's wild what you're doing. So, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know. So talk to me, because you guys were there swearing at me on Twitter, saying I must join them in Zimbabwe. And I'm just like, yo, guys, do you realize also that us brown people have been going up and down this continent called Africa for millions of years, going up and down? So we're not confined to just here. So because you were born in South Africa doesn't mean that your ancestry is confined to South Africa, guys. We have been walking up and down this continent for centuries and centuries. So obviously people just here next door in Zimbabwe have got a very high likelihood to be part of us. Come on, man, guys. Hey, Pindile, can you see this guy? He is fucking... Angas go to Udlama drugs or what? But nobody's interested about what he's got to say. And I don't defend myself against nonsense. I think that life and people's characters show themselves as life proceeds. So I'm never going to be there going, no, I didn't say this, I didn't do. No. Life will proceed, and I will continue on my journey. So KG, rest in peace, my brother. Rest in peace. The people you're talking about, I don't care about them. I keep losing network. I just need to know if we're good. We're good. We're good. Give me hearts or some kind of note that we're good. Can you hear me? Testing, testing, testing. All your love is la 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 la. Can you guys hear me? Are we connected? Are we back on? I just wish this clown called KG would get off my live. Get off my ball. Just get off it. Get off my testicle. Just get off it. Oh, shucks. Okay, so we're on. So yeah, no, I was just saying to you, then there was the narrative. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Then there was the narrative of Rutendo being a pedophile and whatever. You know, I do want to address that because remember we invited him to Moya. So that means that we had to spiritually go inside and go search what's happening with this guy. Because yes, I had seen those pedophile tweets. They were horrific and I was shocked. And I mean, back then, and I was one of the people dragging him on that day, and you know, I was so disgusted, whatever. So when this thing for Moya comes up, because the thing is that sometimes somebody gets caught in muddy waters, ne? But when you keep looking, they keep saying things that make sense. They keep saying things that make sense. So I couldn't take away the fact that this guy keeps saying things that make sense. So I had to go back to those tweets of his, ne? Then I had to look at him and like do a spiritual diagnosis. Then I looked at those tweets again. I said, no man, these tweets, they've got another issue attached to them. Like there's a projection, there's a hurt that I'm seeing here. This is not how a pedophile would actually respond, you know? Because he didn't defend himself and whatever. He was just like, yeah, tag. And now no mama konomtana, you know, he just kept going. And I was like, this is not how actually someone who is like that would. This is somebody who's very hurt. Then I was like, is he in the closet maybe? Because sometimes when a black man is in the closet in the African context, it can be quite difficult, you know? To be a black man in the closet can be like, it can affect your daily bread. It can affect your whole community. Like if you come out, just the whole thing of coming out in Africa is just an extreme sport, which is why the LGBTI community needs to be protected, because we heterosexuals are dangerous. We're evil and we're dangerous, and please don't even get defensive about it. It is what it is. We're mean to people who are not like us, and we are. So I just thought, when I saw those tweets, because we're still talking about him now. So when I saw those tweets, I was like, do you think this guy maybe is in the closet and then he doesn't know that emotion? I thought maybe that's what it is, ne? But then what happens today is that I catch wind of a video, and I didn't watch the whole video, guys. I got a terrible thing there because, and I'm going to tell you this because now I know it's definitely a gift, because there's somebody in my life who tells me, no, sweetie, you see the whole thing, and some people just see here. You need to understand that. So now I forgot my point because I was being vain. Shit. So okay, so oh yes, I was explaining why I don't watch the whole thing usually, because usually I just get the energy of what's going on, and then I know what to say or where I stand with an issue. I don't need to watch the whole 5 minutes. Just 30 seconds, I feel the energy. Then I'm like, oh, here's what's going on. And then put together. So he has this video where he talks about, and I just saw I don't even watch 1 minute because it's a sore topic. He talked about how he was molested as a child. Then I was like, yeah, that's it. Then I was like, that's it. I knew those tweets were coming from somewhere. So, guys, as we evolve in this place called the world, right, we're going to have to learn how to hear people from their life. Because what we need to understand is that because there are billions of people in the world, there are billions of interpretations of the same life. So I'll be here sitting with somebody, right? And me and the somebody will have two very different experiences of life. We'll be sitting here in the same guest house, on the same chair, but we'll be experiencing life completely different. And I'll be sitting here thinking, oh my God, this guest house is so beautiful. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. This person will be next to me will think, oh my God, this guest house, oh my God, it's so dodgy. Look, they need to paint here. Oh my God, this is really low class. And that's because from their point of view, maybe they're really wealthy. And from their experience, this guest house actually looks like this. But from my experience, because maybe I grew up impoverished, this guest house looks amazing. So when we deal with each other, so that someone can come and ask us the same question and be like, how's the guest house? And we'll have completely different responses about the same guest house. So now we need to understand that each of us are living this life and expressing ourselves from our own lived experiences and and what we've been through. So I might be very strong and angry and aggressive, but then if you look into my life, you might learn that actually I was in circumstances that led to that and I had to become that person. Or you'll find that somebody, our behaviors are connected to what we've experienced. So when you now have this knowledge, this person has come out to you and said, actually, I was traumatized as a little child, as a 4-year-old, and I'm actually still sore. And that's actually what that trashy behavior was about. Can we have the grace? Can we just have grace, guys? Can we have grace with people's vulnerability? Can we have grace with people's pain? Can we have grace with people's stories? Please, guys. Because what the measure of a human being, guys, is not how cocky you are. The measure of a human being is about how you make people feel and how how they process their experience of life with you. So we can be clever and what and be like, yeah, well, yeah, and say mean things, but really, the measure of a true human being really is about sensitivity. And I know I'm fucking guilty of this because I'm a fucking insensitive fuck, but I'm really trying to work on that because the measure of a human being, guys, the people we remember where we're just like, yo, it's the people who are gentle with our stories. So now that you know that Rutendo was thingied as a young child, assaulted as a young child, be gentle, guys. And don't use it against him in now this battle. Like, you're being so deep. First of all, you team up with a white person against him, and then now you're going to use his childhood trauma. Can we be better? Hi, Mikey. Let me see what Dimakatso's saying. Dimakatso Dlamini, who is a paying subscriber, which means that she keeps my lights on. So, shout out. Very special shout out to our stakeholders. Yeah. Dimakatso saying, yes, dear. Like yesterday, during the live. Yes, dear. Like yesterday, some thought the guest house was hot, but nah, first few like, Anguza. Yeah, but now you're speaking English to me that's not familiar to me. You guys, as a black person, you gotta learn different variations of English because you gotta fit in everywhere and you must freaking understand what's going on. Let me try this again. Yes, dear. Like yesterday, some thought the guest house was hot, but nah. First few like I checked out, but we learn and start over. Like today, it's a new day, new energy. Let's make it the best day. I agree with the last line completely. The stuff in the middle is gonna take me to just take out my dictionary, figure out what in heaven's name are my people saying, And I know that I can't even ask you to say this in Sesotho because even if you had to write it in Sesotho, I wouldn't be able to read it then. So that is why we black people just have to learn different variations of English because we can't read each other's languages yet. And how do we fix that? So, anyways, I wonder why the light keeps going light then dark. You know, we're still learning. We're still learning technology. Guys, there's a meeting. There's an interview I'm chasing. I'm in Durban. There's an interview I'm chasing, and now I'm having to spend one more night here and spend money for this interview, and I don't know if I'm gonna get it. I'm a little bit stressed about it, but anyways, and I hope that you watched yesterday's episode with Anelemda. Brilliant episode. Why about this message is held for review? Maria Khatebe saying sexy mama. How am I sexy when I'm just in a jersey? I'm just in a jersey. So, you know, I just wanted to talk about the Rutendo and Leanne thing, because I was like, guys, you're being deep. And this thing, ne, when you make Abo Leanne comfortable talking to black people like that, you're normalizing it for all the other whites. The whites are gonna start being comfortable talking about Afrophobia, guys. They're gonna start, they're just gonna be comfortable with it. So, if you're comfortable with Rutendo being questioned by a white person about being in Africa, you better get ready for yourself being questioned about being Africa by Abelung. That's all I'm saying. Because there's a thing of yours where you got this myopic view, where you think that what happens to somebody else can't happen to you. Because let me tell you guys how life works. Today it's me, tomorrow it's you. The system from the ground up. Trakish saying they're gonna start that Bantu thing. What's the Bantu thing? Of the white people, ne? And the Khoisan and the what? They're gonna start that conversation. Guys, you guys are letting Abelung get comfortable. And the thing is that it's your descendants that are going to suffer. You already have nothing. You are just ngicela ukunitshela ngalo mama enimdefendayo SABC onganikhulumeli about anything. Azange nje akhulume nge-electricity of the black people. Azange akhulume about the poverty of the black people. Azange akhulume nje. Azange nje. She's never stood for anything. Uyazidlela nje SABC with her evergreen contract. Then she also gets all the government gigs. So, Abo, they are taking our jobs. That's where that energy should be going to people like Abo Mamzo Wasili and the main shareholder of SAPC. When we say they are taking our jobs, we are speaking about people like Abo Leanne, Ama European, who are taking the chunk of the economy. Man, guys, if there was ever a time when they had to disclose Ama bank account, Abo Leanne, nibone igadla zemali ezingena kulamlungu from nina, from black people, from the government. You fascinate me. You fascinate me. You fascinate me, black South Africans. You want Abelungu to eat and be well fed. Babenimikaba. She must have holiday homes everywhere while you suffer. Because you've known her for 20 years. She's been on your screen for 20 years. I need. So, let me go to comments. Will X says, why have many influencers gone quiet around the topic of the election and the ANC? I don't know. Guys, why you ask me about influencers? Yo, the other day, they asked me, they were like, do you consider yourself an influencer? I was like, hell no. I might be influential, but I'm not an influencer. I'm sorry. Do not. No, I'm not an influencer. Don't ask me influencer questions. I don't know. And even those people that are called influencers, I'm sorry, but the intellectual capacity, we're just not in the same room. We're not in the same room. We're not in the same classroom. Okay? So don't ask me about the influencers because I don't know what they were doing. The thing is that what happened is that, remember I was selling my political series packages. And the thing is that, and I don't mean to have an ego, but I'm about to have an ego and I'm about to show it right now. I, as Nsiki Mazwai, could be the one who sells my platforms for political parties because of the voice I've had for many years, where I've been antagonizing politicians for many years. It's not some cheap transactional exchange. It was actually a platform where you're going to deal with Nsiki Mazwai, the antagonist, to come and push your party. So it wasn't just an advert thing of let's make you trend and that's going to happen in one day. It's actually coming to sit down with a Nsiki Mazwai. So excuse my ego. So what happened is that the influencers thought that, yes, we can also sell. And also the political parties were like, Nsiki, you think you're special. We can get social media marketing from anybody, actually. And that's why now they realize that, not really, actually. Because when you've got a Chris Excel speaking about politics suddenly, it's some crazy shit. So that's why I'm just sitting going, oh, is it? Then I'm like, continue. I'm like, continue. So that's what happened. That's what happened with the influencers. They can't keep up because their brain capacities aren't quite where they should be, because what they do is they don't read. They just read social media. Okay, Mad Lisa saying, don't blame them. Blame the leaders who are blacks. Do we have any black leaders, guys? Do we have black leaders? Pindile Kambule saying, we don't want influencers to talk about politics, please. They must influence dancers that are on TikTok. That's what I was trying to say, but I was saying it in a polite manner. But now you just said it like, right. I was just saying that, they're not in the classroom. I was just saying they're not in the classroom. Oh my God. So, yes, guys, please don't call me an influencer. It's actually the biggest insult. People just fail with saying Nsiki Mazwai is good at social media. Don't call me an influencer. Just acknowledge that I'm really good in the space. But I'm not a influencer, guys. I'm a intellectual, a thinker, a thought leader. Please. Adwele saying, Adwell, guys, how do you pronounce your names? Are you going to participate in the upcoming elections? If yes, then why? I personally am not, but there is a young black woman who is, called Anelemda. If you go to my uploads on this channel, that's the last episode that we had. Anelemda is running as an independent candidate, a black woman from the Transkei. Incredible. She sounds ready. I would love to have her as president. I really would love to have her as president. But the problem is that South African men don't want to be led by women. They've just got an issue. South African men just, they hate a female authority. So, but it's a fascinating because my audience is predominantly male. But the same men who follow me will never vote for me if I had to go into leadership. They've been following me for ages because I've got spiritually speaking, I've got a male Lozi. So essentially I'm one of the guys. So that's why we'll always get along with men. That's why I'm able to swear at men for years and years and years and insult them and disrespect them, and they will never hate me. It's just the way it is. I'm literally one of the niggas spiritually. That's why that's why I use that privilege. That's how you're supposed to use your privilege. You get into a space and then you use it. So if you know that you can get into the rooms with white people, then you use that space. You like, yo, white people, you being fucked up here. So I had the privilege of being in male rooms all the time, and I was like, you fucking my sisters. You're not there for your children." That's how you're supposed to use your energy. Anyways, Sis was saying at Adwell, we must participate. It's our country, and we must remove the ANC. Sis, are you also gonna tell him that you when you say participate, you mean you only want to vote for men? You only want Zuma or Malema, or you just want men, basically. Don't forget to add that part. Sia saying, "Unganiphatha mna ngingakuvotela kayi-3." You guys are lying. And Sasa saying we are bad and shit. See? What did I tell you about them? What did I, they don't have this energy for Julius Malema. You are T-boys for Julius Malema when he talks like this. But the minute a woman has an ego, kalabuya bad and it's fair. All the insults come out, you know what I'm saying? So, speaking to my point, South African men do not want a female leader. And it can be as obvious. They can, like, dude, I will not lie to you. I have a huge male following. I'm going to post my stats after this live. You're going to see that 70% of the people who watch this channel are men. 70% of the people who watch this channel are men. But if I had to be on the ballot, they will vote for a man. That's what you got to know about South African men. They are scared of female leadership. They are scared of it. They are terrified of it. And it surprises me because most of them grew up in single homes, single mother homes, single parent homes, and it wasn't with their fathers. So I don't know why they are so allergic. Or maybe it is. Maybe we remind you of that. I don't know. But you're allergic to female leadership. So we're in shit. We're in shit as a country. Please also remember to catch up on, we're entering a new season, guys. You know, we've got the African calendar series every month on the 21st. So we've just entered a new month. Please, can you focus your energy on where it should be? We're entering a season where it's time to meditate and go within and introspect. In the Southern Hemisphere, we're going into our winter season. So even as human beings, spiritually, it's time to go inwards, okay? So don't post things about, days are dark, friends are few. Oh, nobody loves me, what? No, it's winter. Just introspect. Just introspect. So Resellers Connect is saying, why has everything come to race, color, or gender? Why can't it just be who's most qualified at the time? It's supposed to be like that. But the thing is that the way it has been set up, we haven't destroyed the systems that set that up. So until we have equality for all races in jobs, so until white people are not reserved with the high-paying jobs and black people with the low-paying jobs, we can't have this conversation. Until white people, black people, Indian people, colored people, everybody, Asian people are all privy for the same type of work equally, we can't have that conversation, my sister, because cleaning toilets, for example, in this country, it's a color thing, is it not? So until the boardrooms are not dominated by men with only one woman, you know, until the boardrooms are not dominated by white people with only one black, then it's still gonna be the same, Resellers Connect, because we need equity. We need everything balanced out. We need equal access to everything for everybody equally, right? So it's gonna be about race until that's sorted out. Sasa saying, it's not that we don't want one, it's just not the right time for a woman to hold that kind of power. When is the right time, Sasa? I actually want to engage you. Please, can you respond to me there? I'm waiting for your response. Ningajaga bafazi, Sasa saying, oh, So you're worried about women. You don't want to rush women. Wow, how thoughtful. Okay, okay. Ladies, Sasa saying that we are not ready. We shouldn't be rushed into leadership as women. Have to all my African brothers and sisters, and our sisters should have a chance to lead. I lost the signal. Am I back? My network is terrible this side. Am I back? Because I do want to acknowledge Anthony, because Anthony was even here for the esoteric space we had last night on the African calendar. So it's so good to have you back again. Anthony, why don't you buy subscription? Why don't you PayPal us money? You know, you are drinking of the Mamiya water here. Oh, please. Matla Sisibola saying 70% of YouTube users are men. Sweetie, I'm going to get other YouTube channels to show you, other female YouTube channels to show you their numbers. Because you're trying to take away from me. And I'm like, no, honey. Women watch the women's channels. I am a woman whose channel is watched by men. Please. Don't try to be clever about it, about YouTube. What the point was that the men follow everything I do, but they would never vote for me. That was the point. Black global unity and love for all African people, black people. Yes, Anthony. Anthony, where you said you're hollering from? Was it California, ne? Where did you say you're from? Okay, Matlati Bola saying, why do you want support from man or women can't stick with you? Why are you guys so angry today? What's with the provocations, man? Why are you so angry today? Women love me. Women love me, okay? I'm saying that on this particular channel, because of the nature of the things. The thing is that I know why women are not watching here, because my sisters are busy with BBLs, man. You know. You know, they should be here, but they're busy with BBLs and their lashes. That's the problem. And it's embarrassing that now I must defend. But that's why they're not here. That's the only reason. But I can assure you that when I go to my gigs, the most interesting thing about my gigs is that if I go to a concert, when they call my name on stage, the women come forward and the men fall back. And it's just such a thing. It's always happened like that. So my messages represent women. I'm a woman that is for women. I've always been a woman that speaks for women. And that's why I was saying that I use my male privilege for women. And I've always done that. And I enjoy it. And women love me. And I've got sisterhoods. And, you know, I mean, not everyone can handle me, obviously, because I'm a bit of a bully. And I can't handle everyone also. I'm a bully and I'm petty. And, I mean, I'm not perfect. So, fair enough. There are some people who don't like me, who don't get along with me. And they just find me difficult to deal with. And fair enough. But generally, women, we here. Me and women are cool. I don't have beefs with women. I never have, like, issues. Okay, so let me continue the comments. Resellers Connect saying our government is black, yet it's still us black people who are suffering. Our government is not black, reseller. Guys, I hate it when you are not seeing things the way they are. Black people don't have money in this country. White people have got the economy. So this structure that's called parliament or government is created by Ewelungu to create a face of a black government so that we can relax as the people and stop bothering them so they can continue to plunder. Do you understand now, my friend? So whoever owns the purse is actually the real boss. This is simple, guys. Sasa, you just keep getting worse. So women belong in the home. Sasa is saying, I'm saying don't be in a rush to be president. Lungisa amakaya first. So amadoda don't have responsibility to lungisa amakaya on. It's a female responsibility. Is that what you're suggesting? Sasa, stop commenting, stop. Anthony, oh, Louisiana, that's where it is. How's Louisiana? It sounds so country, and it sounds like it's got white cowboys. It sounds like that kind of a state with those cowboy hats. Dimagato saying, I love you. Me too. And she's saying, Pella, when you say things that many women are afraid to confront and men respect that. Oh, is that what it is? Why don't the women speak, man? I'm tired of being the lone voice, guys. Really. No, Sasa, just shut up. Ay, Sasa, just shut up. Ay, shut up, Sasa. Yo, you keep getting worse. Oh no, Matlatsi Sibola, I don't think I agree with you, but I'm going to say your comment. Nalendi Pando, she's a great leader. I look up to her. We are sold material possessions like you said BBL. We're not angry. I feel like sometimes we fight for our sisters, but we are not accountable. Yeah, let me keep quiet. I've got comments to say there, but I want to keep quiet. Pindile saying, can people listen and stop reading between the lines? Women support Nziki. We support Nziki even when she comes to us with our makeup. One thing we can't take away is that Nziki is for the people. Tell them, girl. You better tell them. I'll tell your mama. I'll tell your mom and your father and your granny. I'll tell your auntie. Tell them. I see, Sasa, please stop commenting. You're upsetting my viewers. You're upsetting my people. Stop. Adwell saying, not enough women support other women in political space. Women would rather vote for a man. At least that's what seems to be happening. Ladies, I'm passing that comment to the floor. I'm passing that comment. I know I'm not guilty of this. I have pushed so many women, so I know what you're talking about. And I've seen the other girls be dodgy as fuck. And I've seen other girls pull me down so that I don't get into political spaces. I've seen it. Anthony saying Louisiana's about 40% black, mostly of Angola and Congolese descent. That's interesting. What? Things are changing, guys. The world is changing. Oh my God. Okay, Resellers Connect saying, we will never break out from the struggle of poverty because as we consistently looking for reasons, though, why are we at the position we are at? We really need to look into the mirror. Yes and no. I agree. These ones aren't ready for revolution. I agree. But I also agree that the system has really traumatized human beings. And there's a counseling that abantu abamnyama haven't had. There's a counseling that should have come after apartheid, to restore black dignity, to make abantu abamnyama see themselves as human. Because we are not at the level yet of seeing other black people as humans. That's why we can attack amakwerekwere, and masikhuluma ngamakwerekwere, it's khuluma ngabantu abamnyama, but we're not talking about the mlungu makwerekweres, you understand? So there is a wound, there's an unhealed wound in black South Africans that comes from apartheid that still needs work. Okay, okay, I've covered all the comments. Yeah, so I just feel like, that's the issue. That's why we talk about self-hate, Ish, Matlatsi says, I blame the middle class. And do you know who created the middle class, my babes? Do you see how we've been played on a level that's abelung bakleva, guys? The one thing that you really, really need to understand is that you're dealing with a very cunning people. Abelung bakleva, guys. And bazon planela ahead, 500 years ahead. So it's not by mistake that the black nation is not sober at the moment. It's not by mistake. It was engineered. So, you know, even this middle class thing, it's so sad because, you know, guys, there's a pocket of South Africa and it's called privilege. That's so nice to live in. There's a pocket of South Africa called privilege. Guys, it's nice there. You drive nice cars. You eat at nice places. You can jog because there's no crime in those estates. You flying all over the world. It's a nice, nice life, and it'll make you forget about the masses. And that pocket is called the middle class. But the problem is that that pocket is tiny. And it was created by the capitalists. And that pocket is the one that's supposed to say, no, guys, everything is fine. Just relax, guys. No, just work harder. Just look in the mirror, you know? Just self-reflect. That's the pocket, and that's the danger. That's the danger. That's the reason PAC didn't go to Codesa, because they were like, the issue is the land. It's the economics of this. It's the land. The land is the economy. So... we've been lied to. Okay, so let me read your comments. Anthony's saying the Europeans brought many Africans from Central Africa to Louisiana during the slave trade. Yo, how intense. How freaking intense. Hey, black people are traumatized all over the world, eh? All over the world. Nomtamo saying most women are captured by social media, not realizing that there are bigger conversations to be had. And there are rooms that need to voices of conscious women. Yep. 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 The women are busy there by BBLs, by skin lightening, by weaves, by lashes. You know, they really are brilliant when it comes to fake things. They know how to make the face, those wavy things here that they do. You know? Hey, Baga, you guys are showing us a movie, yes? Those wave things. What do you think of those wave things that could exist? Bring back the land, please, so that the women can start farming, please, and feeding the nation, please, because the women are bored. The women are bored. Sasa saying, wish we had more unity as black people. Spambane, gobumbo. Unity when you're oppressing women, ne Sasa? Unity, ne? Matlati saying, black women, I just want to say, I'm sorry, yo. Matlati, it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. You know? Even that thing where there's a ministry of women and children and people with disabilities. You're just like, wow. Wow. But let me not offend anybody, but it's fine. Sasa saying the multi-party nonsense nje is playing into the hands of Bilungahle nje. Yenze yibo angithi baphethe yonke imali, guys. So bamane bebhatala apha nalapha. Babhatale UDM bathi kha yolanda uNosview. Just drag that one. Babhatale EFF bathi just go drag this one. Babhatale ANC bathi just go drag this one. And that's how it works. So Pindile saying, edges, please, Tiki, leave us alone. Edges. What is sea wave? What edge? Then but in daughter must. A woman must have baby hair. Rizala Connect says, we have 11 official languages in our country because of our diversity, but our laws and institutions only enforce the English culture upon our people. These are the conversations we're supposed to be having, Buffets. Land. And uzomfundisa kanjani umuntu omnyama ngesilungu and then expect excellence. Obviously, umlungu is going to be excellent at being umlungu. right? So, do you think that abelungu are going to excel at being abantu abamnyama? So why ningajiki nivele nenze excellence ibe abantu abamnyama? Niyangmangaza nina. I don't get you. Ntombekolo saying, I feel that the reason some of the problems we have in this country are not being addressed is because we do not unite on the causes we fight for. It then becomes difficult to have one voice. Absolutely. And you know, Ntombekolo, that thing where we laugh and we joke about. So I'll raise a serious issue, then someone will make it a joke. And the thing is that it dilutes the whole battle. So I don't know. I just think that we hate ourselves, and yes, being here to this this girl took me to meet her friends. Ganti, her friend is sitting with their white handler. You should have seen the panic on the friend's face. Magebona mean. Wa panic umuntu ukuthi yo. I'm sitting here with my white. Oh my God, I'm going to lose my job. You know? So, it's a bread and butter issue. That's why about Defender Lien. It's a bread and butter issue. Abelungu are abantu abamnyama's bread and butter. We're about to close off, guys. Let me see. And Glenn Entertainment says, saw you at Randsteam once. Okay, all right. And then Matlat is saying, I wonder if this generation can boycott. Bapis ngaba white friends. I'm a white friends. I'm a more opportunity that time. Yo. Then Nina, the black friends, you just go, oh, have a nice time. Enjoy, guy. Enjoy, guy. You're that cousin who always has to just be like, oh, have fun, enjoy. But good liwangani that time. Good liwangan. Anthony saying, when brothers say women can't lead, they disrespect our ancestors like Winnie Mandela. And Pila Posha Ndwandwa, Nahanda, Naka Nyaka Sikana. Yep. And Zinga and Queen Nanny. Yep. And Mujaji and Belete. Yep. They just disrespect everyone, and Charlotte Macleke, everybody. And Nina Simone, you know, and there have been so many female black leaders, but they just get disrespected by the people. Guys, it's the last 1 minute. Please, may I remind you to go watch the Moya episodes. We're back in business. You know, it's not easy. I'm on my own. I don't have big budgets, so I do appreciate you guys sharing my content. But please do credit me when you share my content and make it yours, because I'm also dealing with that. We're busy. We're setting up the studio still trying to find the right venue. You know, it must resonate. That's the problem. It must resonate. But I'm busy working on that. But until then, guys, it's so beautiful to be alive. Please enjoy yourselves. Are there any... Sasa, I'm going to completely ignore that. Thank you, Anthony. Oh, Anthony, thank you for all your support. I really appreciate it. But Anthony, I'm serious. Please PayPal, because I'm telling you that $100 from your side is not much, but it translates into a lot on the side. So please do the right thing, please. I'm always like upset at the American diaspora who's following the content, because I'm like, guys, your currency is stronger than ours. Please, thank you. I see you saying, okay, thank you. I really appreciate the support, guys. Really, white people are not going to put money into me. So it really is literally about being supported from the ground. And I'm not going to stop asking you to please continuing to support, put in money in the bank account. I love creating the content for you guys. I'm ready to do this forever. Just please oil me up so that I can be the leader you want me to be and the teacher that you are so deserving of. I love you, and thank you for joining Mamiya Mondays. I'll see you again next week, Monday, but catch Papano Pasha on Wednesday episode. Good morning.